What's up, everybody, and welcome to the Press X Podcast, episode 126, your weekly podcast for gaming news and opinions coming at you each and every Monday. I am Kevin McManus. With me, Nick Hassell.
It's hot in here.
It is. And Kellen Williard.
It's not that hot.
It's not horrible, but it's bad enough that we just need cups of ice.
I asked for 4 gallons of ice. You didn't bring
water into it. But today is an exciting episode, at least for me. It's my favorite episodes, which is the E3 prediction episodes. E3 coming up a week after this is going to go live. I'm going to figure out what we're going to do for that episode as far as like probably waiting until the conferences are over.
Hopefully it goes better than last year.
Well, we tried streaming
Y'all
it
streamed
last
it so
year.
well, though.
Yeah, that didn't work. But we will probably wait for all the conferences to happen, and then we'll put something together after that. It won't go live Monday that particular week because Nintendo won't have had their press conference.
They do what they want.
Yeah, they go on Tuesday. Microsoft goes on Sunday now. It's all messed up, and I'm still not used to it.
Get over it.
But with that being said, we are going to be giving 4 predictions for Sony, Nintendo, Microsoft, and then third-party conferences.
Everyone else.
Yeah, that way we're not like, oh, FIFA will be announced, because that doesn't that doesn't sound entertaining at all. And then we are going to do a new thing where we're each going to give for Nintendo, Microsoft, and Sony a dream announcement that has very little chance of happening. And
Or
if it
no
happens,
chance of happening.
you get 2 points for that one.
I accept these
one's
terms.
that one's a big one. At this point, I feel like I should do the Death Stranding Emma Stone announcement for that particular one.
That's never happening.
Yeah, apparently not. But with that said, we're going to do all of the E3 predictions first, and then jump into kind of an abridged normal show. So we will do in order of conferences. So we'll do Microsoft, Sony, Nintendo, third party. Does that sound good?
No.
I got to figure out how I'm going to structure this. Kellen, you are going to be making the first prediction in all of these.
Damn, I did all my stuff in order by accident.
And then
Sweet.
it's going to do Nick, me, I get 2. Nick, you get 2, and we'll go for our 4 and then our big stupid predictions.
Perfect.
So Kellen, Nick, Kevin. I hope these make sense. I hope I can read them this year.
What, the names? You hope those make sense?
Yeah.
I hope you just write the right stuff down this time.
I really messed up the year-end predictions. That was really bad.
We should have hired someone to like transcribe this for us.
Probably,
I
but
thought we had a director somewhere.
I don't know what happened.
You never like see the director when you're in like the studio though.
Yeah, but they could
Yeah,
write
you
stuff.
gave it
always
away.
just like
You gave it away that this is not a very well-run ship. Good job.
I think everybody knew that already.
I feel like we need earpieces with the director in there talking.
Why?
What direction?
That
All right.
fan over there?
Let's start with Microsoft. Kellen, what is your first Microsoft prediction?
We'll start with something I'd like to see, even though I don't even know I'd buy it. It'd be cool, though. Microsoft will release NBA Jam 2018. We'll show off and release. Just because it would be neat to see again.
I see where your predictions are going.
Oh, yeah, they're just going to be stuff I want. I don't even care.
I'm fine with that.
And it's a big enough name that it gets some attention.
At least we don't know that if it might happen or not.
That is true. Microsoft definitely the most unknown of all the press conferences. We got a 2-hour press conference coming from them. That's enough time to announce a lot of games. So
Yeah.
Hopefully,
If they have
we see
games.
some. Nick,
Did you get that? Okay. Halo 6 reveal.
that's it.
Yeah.
Jeez.
I mean, if I have to end up doing a date, then we can go back to it. But yeah, just Halo 6 reveal.
Well, point for Nick.
You don't know that.
I mean, they've announced that they're doing Halo 6, but they did not technically announce that it will be at E3. Again, incredibly weak prediction, though. Incredibly weak. Let's see. I'm going to go with an incredibly weak prediction. I'm going to go with the Gears of War 5 gets a trailer. It's coming 2019.
Makes sense.
Gears 5, 2019. And I get another one. Look at me go.
I don't want to.
Cyberpunk 2077 will be revealed on Microsoft's stage. I think they're getting the partnership. I have no reason to believe that, but
They need
I
it.
think I think if anybody's going to go for it, Microsoft would be more interested than Sony.
They need one to kind of combat the suspected Red Dead Redemption one that Sony's going to get.
But yeah, we know. Well, we don't know Cyberpunk's going to be there, but we know that CD Projekt Red is going to be there, showing off an RPG. So
Surprise.
either Witcher 4 or Cyberpunk, and I think we'll see it on Microsoft.
Time to change my prediction. Microsoft, I guess number 2 for me. Fable 4 reveal. If it was Peter Molyneux revealing it, I would say release 2021, but I'll just shut up until I have to choose a date. But
So you think it's going to be Fable 4?
About the Fable Legends or whatever it was.
Well, no, Fable Legends is dead.
No, it could come back.
4 as in like a new Fable, I guess I should say, not like a direct sequel to 3 or just like 20 years later. So a new Fable title, but like a mainstay game, not a spin-off.
Interesting.
If that helps.
No.
Kellen, where
Oh.
to, Abby?
I'll go with an easy one. Forza Horizons 4.
You don't want to say 5?
No, I don't.
Like the Walmart.
That makes no sense. We're skipping 4.
Hey, neither does Fallout 76, but we're
They
here.
stole my number.
You want to put a time on that one? A
No.
month? What's wrong with you guys?
No? We'll go 2019, make you happy.
Really?
Yeah.
So I do want to remind you did this last year.
Hey, you told me to, so.
No, I'm saying you did this last year, and it came out this year.
Yeah.
I think it came out September. I think that's their usuals.
Yeah,
For
I
Horizon
think third
for Forza.
quarter.
So I'll ask you, do you want to do...
Fine, we'll go this year.
Okay. I just want a little bit more. It seems like a softball. If we get Forza Horizon 5, though, I'll be impressed.
I'll be happy. It'll be funny. I'll get another one. Microsoft will show Perfect Dark 2.
Ooh.
It will get some sort of trailer or announcement. And it will,
I hope so.
that'd be cool.
I hope so.
Back on me. This is number 3, I guess. I think Borderlands 3 will be revealed on their stage. Because it just makes sense. No fancy, like, Xbox only, or, like,
Yeah,
timed
yeah.
exclusive business, but I think they get it.
I don't even think they show it. Somebody just drops the box. Like, oh, oops.
It's just a fun
It just
stage.
got revealed, yeah.
Or just on a panel as they go to commercial or something.
Yeah,
Wait a
we've been
minute.
hearing about Borderlands 3 for years
A while,
now.
It
yeah.
definitely exists.
I actually think the first time we heard about it was at PSX. If I'm not 100% sure on that. I don't think that means anything. I think that they just had developers there, and
Yeah, somebody mentioned it.
It wasn't like a reveal. He was just like talking to you. He's like, we are working on Borderlands. Like, so it's that. I don't think that means anything. But I also agree. I think it'll be on Microsoft stage. I think that makes sense. I think we're going to get a new Crimson Skies title.
Now you're speaking my language.
Yeah. I don't know if it's going to be 2. Probably not, because it's been a long time. It'll probably be like a relaunch of the series. Or
If it releases before Ace Combat 7, I'm going to be real pissed.
Man, they probably shouldn't have shut off that game.
Yeah.
It's been a real long time.
And it's nowhere near.
Yeah, I just feel like Microsoft is finally starting to do the Sony thing slowly, which is realizing
Put out games?
their nostalgia
Oh.
carries weight. And with the backwards compatibility and stuff, I think they've been seeing such a positive response to it that it's time to bring back some of those old ones, like you said, Fable, Perfect Dark.
Perfect Dark, yeah.
I think Crimson Skies
Studios
is,
that basically didn't get like swallowed up into the other
I think
guys'
it's
camps.
it's a chance. I don't think it's very high. I think I almost could have put it as my my bold prediction, but that's okay.
Still, and there's like no competition in that sort of market either. Like dogfighting games, like I don't know.
What does that have to do with dogs?
There's not too many of them.
It's what it's called.
Next, I'm going to say we see the return of Crackdown 3, which I'm not even that confident.
Still hasn't released.
God.
I'm not that confident about, to be honest. And I think it's coming early 2019. I don't even think it's coming this year.
I don't
and
care
I don't
anymore.
even think it's going to be at the show, to be honest. But that's what I'm going with. Crackdown 3, early 2019.
I don't even care anymore.
So this will be number 4 for me. Is that right?
Yes.
Okay. Okay, I'll kind of go with a different spin. Microsoft Game Pass is made available to PC, not just console.
I like that one. That's the first one that's been said that hasn't been on my list. Besides NBA Jam, I guess.
Because that game would be awesome.
Yeah, I checked my list. I was like, ooh, not taken.
I like that one. I like that one a lot, actually. It makes sense. I actually think they're going to talk about Game Pass quite a bit.
Yeah.
I don't know how successful it's been. They haven't really
It's got a
said.
decent buzz at least.
But yeah, it's an awesome deal, and they have to know that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think
They've always been good at least
flaunt
with
it
like media type stuff like that. So it seems like
out.
they'll capitalize.
Kellen, throw two at me.
Let me see. Here's one. I get one more normal one though.
Oh.
Or
Normal?
do I? I think there'll be a new Gears of War spin-off game in the vein of like Halo Wars, like an RTS or
Or like a Judgment or
like
something?
yeah. But it'll be like a
So
different
just
style.
not number 5.
Yeah,
Okay.
it will be announced.
I actually like that prediction too. I could see that totally happening. Them doing like
Like
because people complain they don't have games. So if you make some smaller stuff while you're working on the bigger stuff, that helps.
Well, and if you have a year with Gears of War and Halo,
You can just-
potentially,
I
then
mean,
you can be like,
the name
okay,
Gears
we
of
ha-
War
we have
will
games
sell.
now. So, and I don't think those crowds like butcher each other or anything. So I think you can release those in the same year probably.
You want my unlikely one?
Oh yeah, I forgot that we're on the unlikely ones, huh?
Yeah.
Oh
Yeah.
man, I was thinking we were doing 5. I would have changed one of mine. Maybe I'll, okay.
Too late.
Go ahead. What's your crazy?
Make Assault 3. I want that game to exist.
I'll allow that. I will allow that.
Oh, so super unlikely. Microsoft and Steam announced partnership.
Damn, I almost
knew
went.
that
I almost went with that.
Because this will also give me a point on the 2018 predictions.
Especially if they sell it to Valve.
My unlikely
They
one
give me a point.
is that old Xbox Live games that have backwards compatibility will now work online. They're enabling online play. The servers are back up, guys. They're back. So backwards compatibility, original Xbox games or whatever are going to get online.
My
Okay.
Hey, man.
my unlikely in the event that one of you stole the Steam thing, because I'm sure it was,
I almost did.
pretty
actually.
evident that I was going to say it, was Scalebound is revived.
I have that as a regular prediction, to be honest. Now, question. Can I change a prediction because I didn't realize that we were doing 4 because we changed that very recently?
I say no.
Okay. Whatever.
You even the one that said it that we're doing 4.
I know. I don't listen to what I say. I'm just on
I don't either.
autopilot here. We just changed it downstairs. All right. Whatever. Next up, Sony.
Oh.
Sony. And Kellen, once again, you get to start us off
Yay.
as you are the champion
Somehow, some way.
with the
Of
belt.
what?
Somewhat. I don't know how you got it, but I know how you kept it. It's because 1, you
Happenstance.
haven't been here, and 2, this is the first time we've made you defend it. I'm pretty
Yeah.
sure.
Sony will announce a Horizon Zero Dawn sequel.
Oh wow.
It's a long way away, but it's getting announced.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they like doing, hey, we're working on something way down the pipeline. What, here's a little teaser.
And one more thing.
That's a possible one. I don't think it's 0%.
I feel like that's more of a PSX to me.
I don't know, because Horizon sold so well.
Yeah.
Like, Horizon's a big name for Sony now, and we know they're working on a sequel.
They almost have to.
My only thing is I feel like that is a PlayStation 5 reveal event game. I think that's the game that you're like, this will launch with PlayStation 5.
God of War 2 and Horizon Zero
I don't know
Dawn
about
2.
God of War 2, but Horizon, I feel like, probably. I think God of War 2 would be at that show, but I don't think it would launch with
or whatever they end up calling it. That might get confusing when there's 2 God of Wars and 2 God of War 2s.
They already started it, and they have the same Metacritic.
Are you doing 2 or 1?
1.
Okay. Speaking of 2s, Resident Evil 2 Remake is announced on Sony's stage.
I'm not sure why Kevin...
And revealed, I guess.
Okay, I'll allow that.
I'll put a date on it, because if they don't hit the 20th anniversary, which is this year, then something's wrong.
Oh, you think it's 2018?
It needs to be.
All right.
I don't think it counts if you announce something on the anniversary.
Yeah, I talked to Mega Man. They literally waited until like 2 weeks before the year ended, and then they're like, "We're doing a new Mega Man game, guys." So question, nothing to do with the predictions. Do you think it's going to be first person? Do you think it's going to be VR? Like, what are you thinking about
is
this
this
game?
part?
No,
or is just a
not
question?
not talking about.
I think you just said it's not part of the prediction.
I did. Like I said, autopilot.
Nobody listens to Kevin.
I think they are using the Resident Evil 7 like spine basically to build the game. I think when they released 7, it was more of a not really a test, because I mean it's a full-fledged game, so you don't just send a test out there on the market. But I think with the feedback they've gotten, they were like, okay, what we're doing is good. We don't have to scrap this and go back to the drawing board sort of thing. So I think the game lends itself to first person because, I mean, in the police station that you're in and stuff like that, like I think they can get away from tank controls and fixed camera and not like piss too many people off. Mm-hmm. So I would rather it be fixed camera, though, just to make it feel more natural, sort of like Remake did for the first game. Yeah. But I think they'll go first-person route VR.
I think that they're going to do the third-person thing, but I would also like them to do the first-person.
Third-person VR.
Yeah, that'd be sweet. Though I think that'd be weird for horror. I don't know if that would work.
You turn around and just...
It's just weird because when you're in... third person in VR, it's very much like a diorama. Like it takes you out of it even more. You are very much a camera, and that's why a lot of third person VR games give you the person like a name and a personality, and they like look at you directly and kind of treat you like a character. You can't really do that, and it'd be really weird if the characters in Resident Evil are like, "Hey, can you help me out?
Hey, Kevin, there's a zombie trying to eat me.
I need some help." I like that one. You stole it straight off my list. So I'm going to steal one from you, I'm sure, and do the Devil May Cry 5 reveal.
Nope.
Now,
I hope it's albino Dante and not cool dude Dante.
Oh, it's absolutely the sequel to 4. They are ignoring that DMC happened.
What about 2?
Oh, you want to just skip over all of them? Sure. Yeah. Now, the rumor going around with this game is that it is PlayStation exclusive.
Yeah.
And the thing is, I personally don't buy that. I know Street Fighter 5 is PlayStation exclusive. I think Ultimate Marvel vs. Capcom 3 is PlayStation exclusive, or at least it was for a while.
I think it'll be PC and PS4, so like console exclusive, sure.
Yeah. But with that said... all of these rumors so far are freaking true. So I'm going to add on PlayStation exclusive. If it's on PC, whatever. But PlayStation exclusive.
Capcom definitely likes the PC, so they'll keep doing that.
That and, they've already done some exclusive games, so I can see them doing that. Next, I'm going to say... man, I have a lot of good ones. I'm going to say the Blue Point remastered game is revealed, whatever it is.
Okay.
They revealed
in general.
Shadow of the Colossus last year, and they already had it out, and they said they're working on something bigger. I think it is a PlayStation game. So Blue Point's new remaster revealed. It might be too early for that. I don't know how long Shadow took them. From the sound of it, it sounds like they got a really good pipeline going and they can do these quick, but I don't know. Back to Nick.
Red Dead Redemption 2 reveals an online system akin to GTA Online. So, Red Dead Online or whatever they want to call it.
Well,
Since I hope they're doing gameplay.
I might throw down a prediction that is a direct just contradiction to that.
that's fine.
Depends on if I want.
I get 2 now.
Western Battle Royale.
That does sound fun, though.
Yeah.
You get
We'll
2.
go. God of War DLC revealed.
I don't think that'll happen. I will say they've talked about it. They're like, we don't have plans to do it. Blah blah blah. There's very obvious paths that the DLC could take, though, and I think people would be excited.
I think they
for
ended
those
up
paths.
cutting a handful of things too. So if those assets were kind of like lying around and they were just like, "Hey, it's going to take us 5 years to do the next one. Let's just put something out."
give
Yeah.
them something.
I don't know how long they planned, but you look at stuff like on YouTube right now, it is the most watched game, time wise ever. Like in the amount of time it's been released, the most people have watched this game. It's doing really, really well. I could see a little bit of pressure. Be like, hey guys, while you're doing this, why doesn't the side team start working on an expansion?
So sort of like
some
Frozen
sort?
Wilds was for
Exactly, yeah.
Okay. That makes a lot more sense.
I could see that happening or not happening.
That could go either way.
Yeah.
Ooh, I get
There's
another
no
one.
other choice.
They announce it and then cancel it by the end of the E3.
Also an option. We will go Bloodborne sequel for 2019.
Mm-hmm. I wanted that one. I
No.
think that is completely possible. There's been like quotes, but it's always weird because you're like translating
do.
Japanese, like the Shadows Die Twice thing. They're like, oh, not blah blah. I don't want to work on Souls games anymore. Bloodborne is Sony's IP. It has nothing to do with From Software. I mean, they made it, but they can make their own Bloodborne if they want to. Or they could have From as like a producer type role in it, and I could totally see Sony Japan working on it if
like, hey,
if Shadows Die Twice is not Bloodborne. I also just don't believe that. I still think Shadows Die Twice is Bloodborne. But
Speaking of which, I'll do a fun one since I'm doing some kind of softballs here and there. Shadows Die Twice is revealed as a Tenchu game.
I like that. I'll take that over your Halo 6. I'll take that as apology for Halo 6 reveal.
But it could not happen.
It will happen. I want Armored Core so bad.
You're not
That's
getting
the
it.
one I want.
No, it's not.
But I know Shadows Die Twice is an Armored Core. That'd be
could
very
be.
impressive, but I don't see that happening. So these are my last two, right? Let's make sure I do this correctly this time.
Doubtful.
Yeah, no crazy picks yet.
Unless you just want to.
All right. I think this is going to be during their pre-show because if they're doing this
That counts,
show the
yeah.
same way that they did it last year, I think we're going to get our trailer for Medieval. I think we're going to get our gameplay for Medieval, and we're going to get our release date for Medieval. It's coming this year.
Last year's pregame show was like exceptionally better than the previous 2 or 3 years. Like last year.
Well, last year it was interesting because it wasn't video on demand, but it was very just like snappy, kind of like a Nintendo Direct. They're like, here's this, and now here's this, and now here's this, and they announced a lot of great stuff at that. I think that the pre-show was arguably better than the main show. But yeah, Medieval gameplay. It's coming 2018. We're getting it. And you know who's the only person that's going to be in that theater cheering? Me.
Correct.
like me when the Final Fantasy
fishing.
fishing game was revealed.
Yeah. who would play? Yeah.
And then there's Nick.
Still sad they didn't put that on the PC version.
The fishing is fun.
It is.
Game.
It
So
is a
good.
little strange. For my last one, I have a lot of good ones, but I'm gonna go Call of Duty, whatever. What one are we on? Black Ops 4.
Black Ops 4, yeah.
Call of Duty Black Ops 4 Blackout gameplay reveal. That is their battle royale mode. That is the name of it. I think on Sony's stage is where we get the gameplay reveal for Blackout. I think that'll change kind of the pace of the Call of Duty. People, obviously, Sony has to know they have to do it, but Sony has to know that people are like, ugh, when Call of Duty comes out, a lot of people kind of tune out.
They're like,
I think them holding back the Battle Royale mode and then at E3 being like, this is a brand new thing that we get to show you will make people way more interested in it than just being like, it's another campaign and some multiplayer.
Here's some COD stuff.
Yeah.
Surprise.
Yeah, so I think we get the Blackout gameplay reveal on Sony's stage.
I'll do another fun one because I don't like Sony's way of saying, hey, this is what we're going to show. So I guess I'm more inclined to pick like heavy hitters.
I will say I have 3 like out there predictions,
Yeah.
and I have no clue which one I want to pick. Like
This is not my crazy pick, but a new BioShock game is revealed on their stage.
That'd be cool.
Yeah, it's once again not confirmed, but there are leaks that there is a team working on BioShock.
Yeah, that was like Kotaku.
It was
way back in the
it was
day.
Jason Schreier, yeah,
'cause
who's
he was-
right about everything.
He was researching
Fair
something
enough.
else and like stumbled upon BioShock.
Yeah, he was in their studio and he's like, "What's in that back room over there?" That's literally what happened, and apparently BioShock was in that back room. So. Yeah, BioShock is clearly being worked on.
Yeah.
We don't know how early it is. Sounds like it could be early, but a teaser trailer. Sony loves putting out those
Yeah, I
teasers.
feel like it's more apt, even though it'll probably be on all systems or whatever. It's more suited towards Sony's style.
Do you want to say it's a Vita exclusive and make it your crazy guess?
Oh, God, no.
Maybe Vita too, if I'm going crazy, but no.
Kellen, give me another regular prediction and a crazy one.
I got 2 more I want to do. I'm not sure which one's crazier, so. This will be my regular one. Killzone VR.
Ooh.
Now you're speaking my language.
Yeah, I thought you might like that one.
I would like that. That's one thing that Sony surprisingly never did with VR was like force their main studios to make Uncharted VR and Infamous VR, like all their
Infamous VR sounds awesome.
like they didn't do that. And that's something that they normally do whenever they make something.
Like, hey,
new.
we've got something new. Y'all
Yeah,
gotta
they're like,
support
oh,
this.
we're gonna make a Move game. What can we shoehorn into this? Or we're gonna make the Vita. You guys need to make an
We need an
Uncharted,
Uncharted and a God of
we
War
need
for
a
Vita.
Killzone, and God of War needs to be on there. Yeah, so it's interesting that PSVR hasn't had that, and it seems like they're letting them make their own titles. But PSVR definitely needs another Resident Evil 7 or
Yeah,
Skyrim.
they need
Like it
something
needs
to
a
get-
big title. Killzone would be awesome. Also, it goes down their route of they keep making online multiplayer games for PSVR, and I don't know
It's very
why.
fitting, yeah. That's what they keep
And
doing.
then shut down the servers months later.
Yeah, and then close the studio that made the game.
After they give it to you for free.
Yeah, they did do that.
Here's this game before we shut it down. My last one, we'll go Siphon Filter Remaster.
Ooh, I'll allow that.
I hope so. I said it.
Well, these are the crazy ones.
I know.
So if it's not crazy.
No,
it's
that's
fine.
fair. That's fair.
Yeah.
I would buy that in a heartbeat.
Really? Do you
Yeah.
play the old Siphon filters, or you just find them interesting?
I really like them. I never played them myself, but I've seen them played, and I would really like to play
I
them.
have 1, 2, and 3 on Vita, and I
Yeah.
never opened them.
I don't believe in Vita, so.
All right, you have a Vita TV.
PlayStation TV.
Whatever.
It's actually just a Persona 4 machine.
Damn, that's what they call it. Trying to get somebody to buy one just to play Persona 4 and 3. It's working, I think.
Yeah.
Is it crazy time?
It is crazy time.
The Vita 2 is announced.
Oh, that's crazy. That ain't happening.
I feel
You
like,
want to take my other crazy one?
You feel what?
feel like they might stupidly try to take on the Switch.
So I obviously this isn't part of it.
Yeah.
Do you think it would be just a PS4 that's portable, or do you think it would be its own
A
thing?
PlayStation Portable?
Man, that's a good name. They should try that one.
No, it shouldn't.
No, I mean it's just obviously smaller, more compact, but beefier on the inside. So they're more interested in the visuals and stuff like that, rather than goofy accessories and controls and HD
Labo.
rumble and whatever.
And
so
touchpads on
And
the back
Labo.
and
no, I mean that
Cardboard.
was pretty cool. Like if they just made more use out of it, I guess, because there's only like a handful of games that really did something interesting with that back touchpad. But I think just like a more powerful version of a handheld.
Interesting.
So that'd be cool.
That has a battery life of 5 minutes.
we'll see
Indeed.
what happens. I mean, if you make it an actual handheld instead
Yeah.
of like a tablet-y thing, I'm sure you can get the battery life.
Yeah.
Because that's the one thing that the Vita and 3DS and all that stuff do, that the Switch is kind of this hybrid. Like, there's multiplayer on the Switch, and that's not really on the 3DS or Vita. Like, everybody needs their own.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Whereas the Switch, you can do like split screen,
Mario
teeny
Kart with the
screen.
Joy-Con.
Yeah.
Yeah, that'd just be cool if they did one like with like awesome tech in it and did like replaceable batteries, so you could charge that battery and just hot swap it on the go or something like that. Like that would be cool.
Man, we go back to the Game Boy. We're like, you can replace your batteries. I wouldn't complain.
Game Gear.
I'm
I had
fine with that.
I had 12 rechargeable AA's for my Game Gear.
Then you find it in the
'Cause it took
closet like
6
years later, and it's all corroded and gross.
Oh, I know where it is. It's in a lunchbox somewhere.
All right, my crazy prediction. Oh, man. I know this one isn't happening, and it's going to break my heart if it doesn't. So I'm going to go with my Death Stranding prediction. We know we're seeing Death Stranding.
I had one of those.
We know... Actually, I don't think we know we're going to see gameplay, but I assume we're going to see gameplay.
Yeah.
I think we get a Death Stranding demo on PSN after the show. I think they're like, hey, here's Death Stranding.
That ain't happening.
You can play it today. I think that game is one, further along, and two, I think they want to kind of do the sneaky PT thing where they put a game out.
And then cancel it?
Did Mads Mikkelsen, did his comment make you lean towards that? Like it's already started?
Oh, no, I just want this. I've actually been thinking this for months and months and months. I really do think that the demo now thing has been really super successful for games that people think are kind of far away. Resident Evil 7
There's
did
one game I can think of that
Yeah.
didn't do so hot.
like the Resident Evil 7 thing where they're like, play it today and all this
By
stuff.
the way.
It seems to work really well with these weird horror, like obtuse horror
People?
games.
Oh, yeah.
So I think we're going to get a Death Stranding demo live by, next time we film.
I was going to say Kojima comes out and talks about it.
Well, that's happening.
I know. That's why I didn't use it. I was like, yeah, that's probably happening. That's no fun.
Man, I'm excited for that game.
No, Kojima's gonna come out and show you like the fancy studio stuff that he's bought with all their money.
Look at the sweet statue I have in my office.
Yeah, he's like, we brought 3. What's the name of that? Lucius or what's his name?
Yeah.
And he's gonna come out on stage and there's gonna be like a real robotic one out there with them, and they probably have all the actors come out too.
Just with them, yeah.
I imagine it's going to be something like that for that game. But yeah, I think we're getting a demo, playable demo.
I'd try it.
I hope. I will say,
Assuming my PlayStation still works.
at the end we'll go over some that we liked. Actually, we'll do all the predictions first. Nintendo, Kellen, what do you think old Nintendo's doing? So we know we're getting some Smash and I imagine some more Pokemon stuff. What else do you think's happening for them?
This one's for you. Animal Crossing Switch.
Aw, thank you.
It showed off.
I don't think that's going to happen, but thank you.
That's for you. That'd be a perfect Switch game, though.
Yeah, I could see them doing it with similar to Metroid Prime. I could see them doing the title. Just being like, because last year, when you think about it, they did that a lot. They were like, there's a Yoshi game, and they showed like some
It's
Yoshi,
just like a clip of Yoshi.
super generic
Yeah, they
Yoshi
did more
game.
like a slideshow.
And then they were like, there's a Kirby game, and then they showed
We
a
own these
generic
things,
Kirby
Yoshi,
thing.
Kirby,
It's
yeah.
out now, I guess. And then they're like, and Metroid. Like they were, slideshow's a good way. They were just kind of like Snapchat story and kind of some stuff that they've been working on. So I could totally see them just being like, and there's Star Fox, and there's F-Zero, and there's Animal Crossing. Bye, guys.
See you tomorrow.
It's in the pipeline.
You had me convinced until you said F-Zero.
Yeah.
Fire Emblem Switch reveal release date is given because it's supposed to be this year. So, and this by Fire Emblem I mean like the mainstay like Fire Emblem game that they talked about last year.
Is this going to be the first game that doesn't hit the mark? Meaning the release date, because they've been really good.
Xenoblade, which I would imagine to them is a little less important than Fire Emblem, considering the amount of games that they put out and content. It barely made it in December, which I was still like amazed that a game came out in December that I cared about. But that flew under the radar, so I feel like almost anything's possible with them at this point.
I believe Nintendo, which is a weird position to be in. I believe their release dates. I was like, no way Splatoon's making it. No way Mario's making it. Like the only game that they announced and like had the release stuff for with the Switch that I believed was Zelda. I was like, oh yeah, it'll launch with Zelda. And that is the only one that I've believed. And they've hit...
Because you knew the Wii U version was at least coming out.
They've hit all of them, and they've announced more games, and they've hit, and they're like, yeah, we're working on a Pokemon thing, and now we're getting that this year, so I believe
this Fire Emblem should be the last of the ones that they announced in that batch.
Where they're like a mobile game.
We've got all these Fire Emblems.
Remake of 2, I think, and all this stuff.
Fire Emblem Warriors, all that good stuff.
All right, I want to take a softball. You guys have softball.
To the face?
Take a softball. Oh, that happened earlier today. That wasn't good.
Earlier today? Whatever.
Was it not today?
I don't know.
I saw the headline today. Do you not know what I'm talking about?
No.
Oh, Clay Matthews is in the ER because he was at a charity thing or something, and he got hit in the face with a softball.
He's not the brightest.
Yep, I believe it. ARMS characters coming to Smash. We get Springman and Ribbon Girl, or Spring Girl, Ribbon Man, whatever their names are. They're coming to Smash.
I think Ribbon Girl probably fits better.
No, Ribbon Man coming to Smash.
That sounds like a terrible DC character.
Ribbon Man?
Yeah.
Probably. I think that is a safe Smash guess. I actually kind of think that the roster for the Smash game is at start is going to be a lot smaller than a lot of other ones. So I don't really think that this is like a 100% because they might just be like, here's a big name and here's some little characters and stuff. You guys might get into it more. But I think out of all of the Nintendo ones that are like new characters from Nintendo, I think they make the most sense.
There will be a Mario in Smash.
Yeah, I mean, this has nothing to do with my predictions at least, but I feel like the roster's going to end up being like 24 or something. Mm-hmm. And then they might just do the DLC thing.
And they're like, and every month there's a new character or
something like that.
I would not be surprised. Man, most of these are just things I want or stuff that they already announced, unfortunately. We're doing Fortnite. Fortnite is coming to the Switch. It's the most scalable engine ever with the Unreal 4 engine. They already have it on a phone. I think they could add button controls and be done with it.
I still think my phone's more powerful than the Switch, though, so don't use that
for
your evidence.
I certainly believe that.
So Fortnite's coming to the Switch. I think it's going to be at their conference and everything, and I think that one's a little bit of a softball. So I'm going to add it is out by the end of June.
I think you say out now. That'd be cool.
Yeah, I think that's what they did with the mobile version. They were like, hey guys, we're doing a mobile one. It's out. Like, it was real soon. So I think it's going to be out by June.
Not to add to your prediction, but do you think there'll be crossplay?
I think there's absolutely crossplay. The interesting thing is there crossplay between consoles? I could see it being Microsoft, Nintendo, PC.
If I was a PC player, I would love for a Nintendo Switch player to show
Well,
up.
that's what happened with Rocket League. Yeah. It's those three. Yeah. And people were like, hey, if you get this game on Switch, the first thing you should do is go into the settings and shut off crossplay because you're about to get rocked by people who have the game for 3 years.
You're going to get dominated.
But I think we're getting Fortnite Switch. I think that is pretty apparent. I don't know if it'll be at E3. But I think it will be at E3, and I think it's coming very, very soon. Coming weeks.
Back on me. Shin Megami Tensei full reveal, I guess is what I'll call it. But the Switch version that they teased a year ago, 2 years ago, something like that, 1.5 years ago.
So what do you think this is? Sorry. Shin Megami
just
Tensei.
a full reveal. Like all they showed before, I think, was like a hallway and then the logo.
It was a teaser.
Yeah. So just full reveal. whether or not it hits this year, probably not. But
Yeah, I doubt it. Though I don't know. Anything seems possible with this console.
I just don't. I don't
Anything
know
is
the
possible.
typical kind of release window for a Shin Megami. Like it feels like a spring sort of game. So I don't know.
I don't know. I feel like a lot of those titles, it doesn't matter because the people who are going to buy it.
The people buy it
like
whenever.
a niche market. Yeah.
It's not like random Call of Duty man's going to be like, oh, what's a Shin
Shin
Megami
Megami-
Tensei game? I'm going to grab that. Yeah.
That sounds a lot like Call of Duty. Do I get 2?
You do.
I don't know what to do.
Yeah,
Name two?
I actually
Ah.
think
Let's go
I might run out of Nintendo ones.
Metroid 4 trailer and date for holiday 2018.
Whoa.
There's a nice corner of the internet that'll shut down if
yeah.
it does get revealed that it's coming out this year.
I don't even know if we're going to see that game. I'm not confident in even seeing that
Oh, they'll
game.
show it.
I don't know. Nintendo's so weird because even though it's a big game, I could see them in February just being like, we're doing a Metroid Prime Direct. And they just reveal all this stuff.
Let's go Star Fox for the Switch.
Just like a new game.
A brand new one, just to get away from the
Does it
the
have
wonderful
motion controls?
the wonderful one that they put out.
Dude, I don't know. Mario Odyssey has motion controls. Mario Tennis has motion controls.
Well, that's a little different.
Zelda has motion controls, and they're awful.
Yeah, I'm scared.
It'll have.
Nothing,
I just want to strike the fear of God into you right now.
nothing,
It'll have the option for real controls.
nothing tops the Star Fox that we got on Wii U.
No, everything
Zero.
tops the Star Fox we got on Wii U.
Agreed.
They were just telling people the review scores before they see
Zero.
one.
By the way,
Was that 2? For
Da.
you? Okay.
DOS 2.
Pikmin 4 reveal.
I like that one.
This one I might actually play. I've kind of skipped the Captain Olimar adventures, but I don't know. I think I'd pick it up depending on when it comes out.
Pick it up.
I mean, you bought the Rabbids game,
Yeah.
so I feel like
Oh, I did.
You should buy the Pikmin game.
I'm up for trying just about anything.
Wait, you have the Rabbids game? I want to play then.
I do.
All right. Kellen doesn't have any backlog games to play that are pretty important.
Shut up.
So.
What are you talking about? I play Siege.
Unbelievable. All right, we're gonna put our heart on the line here. We're gonna get some Wii U ports, guys,
Thank God.
and I'm gonna pick 2 games that I think we're gonna see that are the upgraded Wii U ports, whatever. I have a lot to choose from, a lot that I want, and a lot I don't think we're gonna get. So I'm gonna choose Wonderful 101 as my first one that we're gonna see.
I have seen that name bounced around a lot lately.
Yeah, I think Wonderful 101 makes sense. Platinum, we got Bayonetta. They said it was relatively easy to bring it over. I think that game was underplayed. It was maybe a launch. It was launch time for the Wii U.
Ish.
So I could see that one happening. Now, other ones that I have, and these aren't my predictions, but these are... I really want Fatal Frame so bad, but I don't think we're going to get that. I just think I've given up on Tokyo Mirage. I don't know.
Yeah,
Don't do it.
I really want that.
Don't give up on your dreams.
Man, if they... Do you remember if Tokyo Mirage was revealed at E3? Because I kind of think it was, but I'm not sure because they do so
it
many
was revealed
Directs.
somewhere like that. I don't remember though.
I don't think it was a direct. I mean,
think
it
it was
wouldn't. It
E3?
wouldn't have been tied
I think we
into
saw it. We're like,
anything.
wait a second. What kind of game
Fire
is this?
Emblem?
I think it was. I think it was E3 because you
Yeah,
saw the Fire Emblem
I
and
do
you knew
think
what
it was E3 as
in.
well.
Yeah.
I think it's possible, but I'm not going to pick that one.
Oh,
Hey, it would go pretty well with my Shin Megami.
So the next one I have is like the NES remix games, which I really want, but that online service is launching and they're putting NES games on it, and I feel like
Yeah.
that would detract from that. We just got a Mario game, so there's Mario 3D World. I'm gonna go with Mario Maker. That's the one.
that makes a lot of sense.
I'm going Mario Maker. I think it's possibly their last like huge title that they like need to get onto the Switch. But if it were up to me, they'd just come out and be like, Fatal Frame and Tokyo Mirage. Thank you, everybody.
Thank you very much. Out now for
We're
the
going
Switch.
home.
What?
So Wonderful 101 and Mario Maker, I think, are coming over.
Those are both reasonable.
So back on me for the fourth pick.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, this is difficult.
Wait. No, I get two.
That was one.
That was all one prediction.
Okay,
Sorry,
I got you.
I was like, something's not right here. That was all one
Things
prediction.
don't add up.
My next prediction is. See, there's been some leak stuff coming out, and I say leak as in, it's not confirmed.
Yeah.
And like, I almost don't believe it, but
I wish you would just name
sense.
one of the two that I'm in between, so I would have a clear
Well,
choice.
there's one that I think is way more likely than the other. So I'll take that one. Dragon Ball Fighter Z coming to the Switch.
Well, that certainly wasn't one. Okay.
Oh, really?
that was not on my radar.
Not between the two.
I think this makes total sense. I've always wondered why it wasn't on Switch, particularly when they announced Cross Tag Battles launching on Switch.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, they can, do some stuff. I think they've probably just been downgrading it a bit to get it to run real well on that console.
Just don't stream it from Japan servers.
Yeah, geez. So Dragon Ball Fighter Z, I think, is a pretty safe bet, actually.
That makes sense.
I'll go with that. I'm interested in what you were thinking.
That's a scary thought.
All my ice melted.
Oh, mine's been gone
about
for a
it.
while. The cup is still cold, though.
Shin Megami. Okay, I've done some pretty safe ones. Mario Party 11 reveal.
That would be amazing.
Please no Bowser.
Now,
mode.
let me tell you everything they're gonna mess up.
Oh, God.
with this
So
game.
all of it?
So Mario Party 10 was ripe to bring Mario Party back to life, right? You could have you have the gamepad, so you could do the 1v3 games as that
Very well.
person gets the
Yeah.
gamepad real easily. You could, have all this stuff. Instead, they made a bare bones game, and they're like, this Bowser mode where somebody gets to play as Bowser. Now, once again, you could have really fun mini games with this, with the Joy-Cons and everything that they can do. What we're going to get
will they?
is a bare bones Mario Party that doesn't use any of that, and it has a bunch of amiibo support, and it's awful.
I feel like that one party mode in Smash Wii U was a better Mario Party than Mario
10?
Party 10.
Yes. And that wasn't good.
That was not.
It was interesting. at least,
Unfortunately, Mario Party 10's best mode was the amiibo mode, and it was ruined by the fact that you had to tap the amiibo to spin, like to
Yeah.
roll. If you could just hit A to roll, that would have been a fine mode.
That's far too difficult.
Unbelievable.
I get one more normal one.
one normal, one crazy.
Oh, God. Let's go with N64 Classic.
I like it. We got some patents for some controller stuff going on. It seems like it's happening.
It makes sense.
I know you kind of agreed with Todd, I believe, saying it would be a Game Boy. Yeah, the nodding of the head. The Game Boy Classic thing. But yeah, when this patent came out that they're redoing the controller, because I believe that happened with the other classics, if I remember correctly.
Sounds right.
Yeah.
Gosh, that's exciting. That's really exciting.
I'd like to have one of those.
I would love
I
that.
was thinking about that. I just don't know since they do their like offshoot direct.
Right, I don't
things.
think it'll be at E3, but I think it's happening.
But yeah, it's for sure.
It'll
happening.
happen at E3.
Didn't we name what games we wanted on there too?
We did. We made
Okay.
a list of like 16, I think.
6,000 games. Oh.
I don't think it matters because all of them have just been hacked to put all the games on it. So whatever games are on it doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter. You get everything. So, unlikely one. Persona 5 for the Switch.
I had that as mine.
Because that game would not be too hard to port.
Yeah, I don't know
Considering
how
it
much...
also runs on a PS3. So.
Correct. It runs on a PS3. I just don't know how much Sony would not want
willing.
that to happen.
Yeah.
Like, if they were like, hey, let's work something out and not let you do this. None of the other ones have come over to things, but nothing's
why it
been
would
as
be-
popular as Switch.
That's why it would be awesome.
And boy, would that be awesome. Yeah, I would really like that.
Play Persona 5 everywhere. That's just what I need.
Yeah, I could totally see that happening.
Crazy.
Yes.
You did. Yeah. Okay. You did.
Yeah,
too.
yeah.
Crash Bandicoot is revealed as a playable character for Smash. I think they are
Abandoned.
going. I mean, that's the end of the prediction, but I think they're going to show. I believe it's end of June is when Crash hits the Switch.
It sounds right because it came out in June,
Yeah.
I think. So I think it's coming out like a year later.
I think they'll, do sort of the same thing that they did with Splatoon. Show a video, hey, here's you in a month playing Crash, and then it'll do the light drops.
You think that's
and
the big
then
one?
He'll do his like stupid Crash turn. I was like, huh? And
then he's punching Mega Man in
silhouette.
the face.
Mega Man. I don't even know if Mega Man's going to be in that Smash.
But that's my crazy pick.
But I want him to punch
It's
Mega Man in
interesting.
the face.
I think that one is less crazy than Persona, for sure. I think both of those are possible completely, though. Here's one that's not. We're getting a new Kid Icarus, guys. Who makes Kid Icarus? Person who makes Smash, so this isn't happening. But,
Jesus.
I want a new. I won't even say new Kid Icarus. Maybe they'll port the 3DS one.
You'll get a
Whatever. We're getting
Kid
Kid
Icarus on the
Icarus on the Switch.
Fair.
Did you say we're gonna do the ones that didn't make it, quote unquote, at the end? I guess.
Yeah, we'll do
Okay.
we'll do the third party.
I have one that you would probably half enjoy and half be like, what the hell?
That's how I am with most things.
I can almost fit this all on one piece
Oh,
of
this
paper.
is going to get awful at the bottom.
So
I can see it
everybody,
from here.
Short predictions from now on. Third party. So this is anything that is revealed at the third party conferences. We got Ubisoft, EA, Bethesda,
Yes.
Square.
You can pick whatever you want.
So Kellen, once again, the champ, starting us off. What do you
Oh, God.
what do you have?
There's so many options, and they're all terrible. Okay, Fallout 3 10th Anniversary VR.
Fallout 3 VR.
Yeah, it's the 10th anniversary this year, so they'll do something with it. I think it'll go to VR, because they've put everything else they own in VR. Well, just about.
That's interesting. Because they did do Fallout 4 VR, and that's why I paused for a second. I'm like, they already did that, but they did 4, which is actually kind of crazy that they didn't do 3. Because they did Skyrim. Like, you would think you would do the easier one to do. I imagine it would be easier.
I think they did the more relevant one, but
Yeah, I feel like people like 3 more still, but yeah.
that's fair. I've heard a lot of good things about 3. I actually played that one.
I could see that happening for sure. I hope Bethesda does that VR thing again. That was awesome. I was really excited. They were like, Doom, Skyrim, Fallout.
look at all the
Like,
VR.
This is Christmas.
Probably a softball one, but I think now is the time to strike. The Avengers game is fully revealed. Release date also given. So something above. What was the only thing they've shown is like Thor's hammer and Iron Man's gauntlet, I think. Maybe
And
Cap Shield.
yeah.
And like CG. So
It was basically
actual-
just that one scene from Age of Ultron.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I think we'll see that game.
If they don't do it now, then something's wrong.
All right. So many to choose from.
This one was the easiest out of the 4 categories, just because there's so many options.
Really? All right, I guess I'll take some easy ones. Splinter Cell. It's happening. We're getting Splinter Cell, and I'm excited.
Fair enough.
Are you going to be the guy who finally lands a Splinter Cell pick on one of these?
Yes. It is.
No.
3 years running, baby.
I would almost be willing to wager all of my points that Splinter Cell gets revealed. There's no way.
What do you get if you're right?
I win.
Just a point?
He doesn't lose.
Just
he doesn't lose his points.
that seems like a terrible deal. Double points. No, Splinter Cell's got to be coming with them getting, voice actor back to do Ghost Recon, and these leaks are the Walmart leaks and stuff, which a lot of those weird games.
Michael Ironside does
Yes.
the. Okay, yeah.
Yes, yeah.
I thought it was Michael Bolton, but yeah.
Way off.
I think it's happening. I am excited for this. I love the multiplayer of Splinter Cell so much. And I hope that they bring it back and they're like, here's the multiplayer. Because it is probably the only Ubisoft game, at least off the top of my head, that I can think of that's like a day one purchase for me. I always wait for them to go on sale because they do so quickly
always
and
go on
all this stuff. And they add so much content and stuff later. Splinter Cell is one of their only franchises I can think of that I'm like, yes, I want that day one. I want to be playing Splinter Cell. So we get a Splinter Cell, please. And then new Assassin's Creed. Oh, wait. Unbelievable.
Hey, wait a minute.
We get Evil Within 2 VR. They added a first-person mode for no reason to Evil Within 2. I thought that was strange. I wouldn't actually be surprised if we get Evil Within 1 VR, but I'm going to go with 2 because, yeah, they're just randomly. Free update. First person. And I'm like, that's really strange.
Wait a minute.
Why would you do that? Prepping it for VR. So I think it's quite possible they made a first-person rig for VR. It translated perfectly, and they're just like, well, let's just throw it out and see.
That looks pretty good.
See
Let's
what
do
people
it.
say. Yeah, so I think we get Evil Within 2 VR. And they'll probably charge you for it. It will not.
Absolutely.
It will not be a free add-on because they charge you for every other VR that they've done, which I'm fine with.
Yeah.
Bethesda reveals their code-named, at least, Starfield game, the potential new Mass Effect-style space RPG.
Mm-hmm. They got the medieval, they got the Fallouts. They're missing the space.
In some weird circles, they are saying that this game is supposed to tie in the universes of Elder Scrolls and Fallout.
I mean, it makes sense that they're so far apart. You could just be like, yeah, they're in the same universe. Like,
One's over there, one's over there.
Who cares? It doesn't change anything about any of the games.
Yeah, just put me in space. That's all I care about.
Yeah.
I'll put you in space.
Do it.
Yeah, this game that takes place completely in space is in the same universe. Okay, cool.
Space.
Yeah, I think that's going to happen. I think it's going to be their show closer.
Fair enough.
For jerseys. I don't know what to expect from it, but I think it's going to happen.
Let's see. So many options. Anthem, gameplay and release date.
Yeah, we know Anthem's going to be there.
Yep.
They tweeted some stuff out. I imagine my prediction for Anthem was, where is it? I had something along the lines of Anthem is re-shown off, and it's still the same scripted demo that we don't like. They love doing those demos where people talk to each other, not like online,
not like real people,
where everybody's not just making fun of people's moms and calling people real racist stuff. Yeah, so I was going to make a prediction that they reveal it, and then it's still that same scripted thing that they do for all
the things,
those online multiplayer games. But yeah, I think that is very, very, very likely.
All right, we'll do this one anyway. New Dragon Age game revealed.
That should have gone on your crazy list.
But I want to use it here.
Me too.
I'm excited for this crazy one. My crazy one for this isn't that great.
Mine's not that crazy. It's just, it's again just wishful thinking.
Mine's just silly. I just wanted to do a silly one.
New Doom title revealed.
Mm-hmm. I think that's happening too.
Hopefully with Mick Gordon coming out on stage and rocking out again, because that's always cool.
Yeah, I assumed we are going to get another Doom. I think that is quite likely.
I hope he comes out during the Just Dance part.
It just starts going nuts.
Yeah.
All right.
That'd be awesome.
This one's for you guys. Kingdom Hearts 3.
No.
Kingdom Hearts 3's
Canceled.
intro
Is canceled.
is revealed. So for those of you who don't know, which is you two, every Kingdom Hearts game has a intro that is a song from the game, and it's unique to that game, and then it's just like a CG cutscene, basically, or not cutscene, but it's like a CG slideshow of stuff that's not really in the game, but it's pretty and it's very Final Fantasy. And they did a reveal of 0.2 Fragmentary Passages intro at one of the events.
What did you
So I think we're going to get the Kingdom Hearts 3 intro.
You called us a bad word.
I don't think that was English.
I think we're getting it. And Yeah, we're getting that one. And then, is this the crazy one? No.
Not quite.
Still have another regular one. Oh boy. I think we're going to see Respawn's Star Wars game. So we know Respawn is working on some Star Wars game. I think, not 100% sure, that some assets and things from the Visceral Star Wars game got kind of distributed to Respawn.
Yeah.
That makes a lot of sense when you think that EA recently just purchased Respawn, so it makes sense that they're like, hey, we own all of this stuff.
We got some shit for
Here's some
you.
assets and things. We don't know anything about the Star Wars game at all. We just know that they're working on a Star Wars game, much like 20 other studios are, because apparently Star Wars has to be everywhere.
If they wanted
in everything,
wanted to name it Knights of the Old Republic 3, I would be on board.
Yeah, I think there's another company that should probably work on that if that's what they're doing. But
Okay.
Fair.
yeah, I think we see Respawn's Star Wars game in some way, shape, or form.
Yeah, that makes sense. I had a similar one. We'd see a new Star Wars game. But
Oh, we will.
So this is my fourth.
Yes.
Softball. Okay. The Division 2 announces a Battle Royale mode.
Now, Division 2 has been announced, right? Wasn't that announced on Twitter randomly one day?
Yeah, it is actually confirmed.
Okay.
Yes.
I'm just making sure, because for a second I didn't think it was, and then I was like, why didn't he just pick Division 2?
When you said Twitter or whatever, I remember.
Yeah,
them
they just
putting out
posted the logo.
Yeah, so
yeah.
the game is real, but I think that game lends itself, sort of like the Dark Zone in the first game. I think
Yeah.
there's going to be a Battle Royale, maybe section to it. I don't think that, I hope it doesn't take up the entire Dark Zone, because I think, at least pretty unanimously, like, I think everyone liked the Dark Zone. It was just the cheaters and the lack of in-game content, I think, is what drove people crazy. But
yeah, the Dark Zone was fun.
yeah, I'm sure maybe some like section of it or something like that is devoted to it. So that'd be cool.
But will we get a scripted multiplayer trailer where they talk to people?
Most
like they're
certainly.
not?
Oh yeah. Oh god. Which of these is crazier?
Well, you got a regular one.
I know, so I'm trying to figure out which of these.
This is
He's
what's
doing this
crazier.
again.
I already burned Dragon Age 4, so. Fine, we'll go. They're finally going to show a damn KOTOR remaster.
Oh, remaster?
Yes, of the original KOTOR.
Now this is the thing that's going to go against one of my earlier predictions. I think it's possible, and I think it would be Blue Point, and I think that might be.
I think that's what they're doing. Yeah.
I think that might be the Blue Point game, and that would not be on Sony's stage.
No, it would not. Last one, we'll get a brand new Burnout game.
I just hope it's not Burnout Paradise.
No,
I want,
it'll be all new,
like a circuit racer.
new and shiny.
Well, sorry, like Burnout Paradise 2, just not in the style of that game.
I don't know anything about this, so I have nothing to add.
Paradise was like open worldy and go do different stuff.
It's like Horizon.
Yeah.
If this one's not crazy enough, let me know, but I think it's crazy. Elder Scrolls 6 reveal. I just don't think they would do that, considering their usual thing.
Yeah,
now.
it's tough. Because I think it's possible that they do a tease of Elder Scrolls, but I'll give it to you.
But yeah, if y'all didn't like that, then add something
I think
else.
they're more likely to do Elder Scrolls Online stuff. But.
Yeah, they just, I mean, it's the same thing with, like, are we ever going to get a new KOTOR? It's
Yeah,
like,
they keep basically being like, shut up about Elder Scrolls whenever
Yeah.
they're asked about it. So, and with them revealing a Fallout and possibly a Starfield and possibly Doom and Rage 2, like they have a lot on their plate that I don't know. But I could totally see them
Hey,
doing a
this
tease.
exists.
literally like a 15-second like music intro.
But that's
depending on
also
what-
not Bethesda's MO. That's the thing.
Yeah.
They're opposite Sony.
Yeah.
They're like, we're only showing stuff that's coming out by the next E3.
Yeah.
Like that's kind of what their philosophy's been.
Okay,
so.
that's what I was thinking, so I'm glad you followed along with that.
Yeah. My turn. Here we go, guys. So I think it was last year. I don't even know. Ubisoft reveals a bunch of games, right?
Usually.
Sometimes they reveal games. People, ooh, Assassin's Creed, all this stuff. Sometimes they reveal things like Steep. games that just they're there.
It's like, what?
They
Where did that come
exist.
from?
I've still been meaning to play that game.
Let me remind you of a game, you guys. It's called Skull and Bones. It is a ship combat game. Do you know what the ship combat game's going to have?
Skulls and
Battle
Bones?
Royale. We are getting Skull and Bones Battle Royale.
Are you gonna drop a ship from a bus?
Yes. That's
Hell,
what
I'll give you
we're
a
doing.
3 points for that.
We're going to have the open seas, possibly 100 ships. I don't know how many. But there's going to be just open water Battle Royale game. And that's how it's different than other ones. Is
Instead of boats, I want to do that with
game.
sharks.
So what? Like you blow up a boat and you get like the booty from it and like a new cannon or something?
It doesn't actually make sense.
Oh, okay.
Nothing.
I haven't thought about it very much.
How do you
I just
loot? Do you loot
knew-
islands? And
I just knew I was doing a Battle Royale prediction, and then I saw Skull and Bones and was like, I'm putting that as my crazy prediction. But I could totally, even if they're just like, it's 50 ships or something, I could see just a big last one standing ship battle. For sure. Yeah, maybe you beat them and then your ship upgrades or you get some points and you can build your
Apparently
ship
that
different.
game is not coming out anytime soon.
I believe it. I don't care. I don't care.
I'm
we don't
just-
just.
I'm
we
just
don't
saying-
see
believe
again.
it.
That doesn't mean
I'm
they
just
won't show
saying.
something of it. I'm just saying like actual like.
All right.
Hey,
So
it all-
there's our list
it
of
all fit
predictions.
on one page.
Yeah, that was really good.
Was it?
I like it. I like them a lot. I'm excited for E3. I'm excited to see what happens. Maybe we'll stream it. Probably not.
I'm gonna try something else from last year at least.
Let's just go over some predictions that we had on our list that maybe didn't get used. That we think will happen. So I think Dreams is going to get its release date. It's been so.
I almost
long.
put that on my crazy list.
It's been so long, and I think it's got to come out this year, for sure. Rocksteady's Superman game that we've been hearing rumors about. This once again is
Basically, like in the vein of Arkham Knight.
yeah.
Is that right?
This once again is one of those things that all these leaks that have been coming out are real so far. So now I believe it. I didn't believe it.
might happen.
Now I believe it. My problem was I didn't know if it would be a Sony or Xbox game. I didn't know what stage it would be on because they partnered with Sony so much, but I feel like Xbox would want that. So I was too scared to put it on Sony's
But
list.
nobody likes Superman.
Some other ones that aren't too exciting. So one of my crazy Sony ones was PlayStation All-Stars 2 revealed.
Yeah.
I really wanted to do that one.
I mean, they have quite a roster now.
yeah, I
The new
feel like they
franchise
can
that
do
they're
it,
in.
but I feel like the fact that Smash is coming out, it's just like, no, don't do that.
Let's not compare.
Yeah.
Abort,
Yeah.
abort.
Wait until next year, guys. Out of my Microsoft ones, Sunset Overdrive 2. This was another one of those leaks that happened, and it seemed like, there's a Halo 6 coming out and all this stuff, and you're like, well, yeah, but then one of the leaks was Fallout 78 or whatever,
76, yeah.
76, and that was clearly real, and that's a really weird thing to
Yeah.
know. And their next one on the
That's
list
oddly
was
specific, yeah.
Sunset 2, so I think we actually might get a tease for Sunset Overdrive.
I kind
2.
of just feel like, and this is wishful thinking, but I feel like they're just gonna like pour out the game announcements. Like I think all of these could like literally just happen. Like the Fable 4, the Perfect Dark, the Halo, the Gears.
That's what
like,
they should do.
Yeah.
That's not Xbox.
why I said
That's
wishful
not the way
thinking.
they've been doing their conferences. That's the way Sony's been doing
Yeah.
theirs. And I'm worried because Sony's conference sounds more like an Xbox conference this year, and Xbox's sounds more like a Sony's. So we'll have to see. More on Microsoft. Backwards compatibility games are announced. Mechasalt is among them. Just for you, Kellen.
Mechasalt 3.
Nope.
Oh.
I have Scalebound makes its
Oh
return.
yeah.
I'm not touching that game ever again.
Another one for Microsoft, I had Cuphead gets an expansion, which I don't think will happen just because that's all hand drawn.
That's a lot
and
of
I feel like
drawing,
that would
yeah.
be a lot of work for them.
Yeah.
Like, can you do another boss for this? No.
Yeah, that seems terrible.
What about 3?
For Nintendo, I had Mega Man 11 gets a release date, which that happened already. Overcooked 2 is another thing that leaked that I was kind of like, I don't know about that one, but I put that on my list. I have no Metroid Prime will be shown at the show as far as my Nintendo one goes. And then just to cap out my third parties, we did most of the ones that I have except for Nier Automata 2 teased at Square's event and Red Dead 2, which doesn't have a conference, which is why I didn't go with it, but it would be a Sony prediction. Red Dead 2 is not going to be at E3.
Some of mine, I put that Anthem's release date would get revealed on Microsoft stage because I think they're going to try and capture some Xbox only
They're
perks.
yeah. I think that they're trying to Destiny that game real bad.
Yeah.
I think they'll have like a year exclusive stuff.
I think Soul Calibur 6's release date will get shown on Microsoft stage.
Was Soul Calibur revealed on Microsoft stage? Do we know the partnership for that game? I don't. I'm asking.
No,
Yeah, I
not off
don't
the
know.
top of my head. I
I don't either.
I don't even remember when it was revealed, to be honest.
It was at Game Awards.
I think so. Yeah. Because they came out on stage and
I think they showed.
Japanese guy was. They came out for Tekken.
I was gonna say, wasn't it Noctis?
Yeah,
Or Geese or
came
something,
Out for,
and then
I think it was Noctis at that point.
Yeah, and then
but
they
they
showed
came. Him and whatever the guy's name.
Yeah, he just said
creator
like,
for
"Does your
Soul
soul burn?"
Yeah.
or whatever. Yeah. I remember that.
Yes.
I also had, for I guess the crazy on Microsoft, the VR hardware is revealed.
Yep.
Yep. Sony Ghost of Tsushima November release date. I feel like that's perfect for that type of game. For what very little.
Oh,
we
you
know
think that's
about it.
coming this year?
Yeah.
Wow.
That'd be cool.
I feel like I don't know. I feel like this one's got the best chance, I guess, out of Death Stranding and Last of Us Part 2 to come out like as soon as possible. And I don't feel like that type of game is a May game.
Gone.
I don't know.
About dreams.
These could technically be super unlikely or whatever, but Shenmue 3 release date, Dreams release date.
Yeah, Shenmue just got delayed again in the past couple weeks. So
Yeah.
I don't know
23rd.
about
I
that
just
one.
had one for you on here, but I didn't use it. Knack 3 reveal.
That's a PSX announcement if I've ever heard one.
And Crash Team Racing reveal was another I was
that'd
thinking
be a
of.
beautiful thing.
Nintendo. The one I was bouncing back and forth between was Mario Party 11 and Travis Strikes Again. No More Heroes release, or reveal, really, and release. Mother 3 was a super unlikely.
Yeah,
Highly
that's a good
super
unlikely one. That's a good unlikely.
One that you would like, Splatoon Battle Royale reveal.
Dude, people are like saying that, and that would not be great.
I wouldn't want to play that game better.
Yeah, that doesn't sound fun. First off, you die like in real BS ways in that game all the time.
I just find a roller and just run.
Like, and then there's so much like territory.
I died a
in-game.
connection interrupted more often than anything.
Yeah, that's got me a few times.
Crazy prediction.
Yeah, imagine 100 people running on the Fortnite. I guess those are all Fortnite servers, but like, imagine Nintendo's Splatoon online with 100 people. It can't run with 8. That would not
It
be good.
struggles, yeah.
Yeah.
A crazy prediction for third party was that they do not do a Just Dance 2019 dance party on stage.
I really wish you picked that one.
Another crazy one is that Beyond Good and Evil 2 comes out this year.
That game is not even an
I
alpha.
know. Regulars or Just Cause 4, Titanfall 3 reveal. Quake Champions finally gets a release date, but
Oh,
I
yeah,
think that'll
forgot about that
be
game.
QuakeCon when they do that. The con
That
devoted
makes
to the
a lot of
game.
sense.
Forgot about the game.
And Fallout 76 is revealed to be multiplayer only.
Yeah, I think that's definitely happening.
Other than that, Prey expansion. I think
Prey
the game
2.
did well enough after some initial really bad reviews from people whose games didn't quite work. But
That's fair.
I think Watch Dogs 3 was another one that I was thinking of.
I was totally down for the Watch Dogs prediction, and then Assassin's Creed got revealed, and I was like, oh, thank you.
Okay.
You saved me.
Answers that
Because I
question.
was going to be like, no Assassin's Creed, Watch Dogs. But yeah, that's not happening. People liked Origins too much. Kellen, did you have any extra ones? I know you
Cut it
were-
close.
Yeah, that's good. That's a good term for it.
I had Microsoft would show off altered reality stuff instead of virtual
Oh,
reality.
Sure.
the augmented things?
Yeah, that stuff.
With the HoloLens.
I had Sony Stage from Software would show a brand new IP,
Yeah, it's
just completely new,
possible.
and that
Shadow Sky Twices.
they've been bullshitting everybody, and they're going to show PS5 for like 2020, but that's not actually happening.
That would be hilarious. They're just throwing Microsoft off the scent.
Yeah. Nintendo was going to show Fallout 3 for the Switch.
Yeah, I think that's happening. I could totally see that.
I kind of had that floating around, but I didn't know whether to put it on Bethesda's or
I had Switch shown.
Switches.
Mm-hmm.
I think we hit everything else. All my third party we used, so.
Yeah.
I like it. I love the predictions. It's so fun. And I like, my favorite's when like you come up with one that you're like, yeah, this is going to happen. And then it's something I didn't even think about. I'm like, oh, like, NBA Jam being your first pick. Some people may call that crazy.
Yeah.
I like NBA
I call
Jam.
it a smart move.
We call it Kellen.
It's to throw you off. Let's lead with NBA Jam.
All right, so let's move into a very abridged version of the show, just going over the news, basically.
Just like Dragon Ball Z abridged?
Yes, exactly like Dragon Ball Z abridged. Krillin owned count 75.
Locke didn't make it this time.
Yeah, it opens up.
He was flying
like,
over and his ship exploded.
Where's Locke? Doesn't matter. Let's keep moving with the mission.
Nobody gives a shit.
Halo 6.
Nobody gives a shit.
Where's
Alright.
Locke? Who?
We're back with the news. Let's hop into some of the just random reveals and things, talk briefly about them, and then get out of here. So the first one that I'm going to go for is the Fallout 76 reveal, which was teased and then fully revealed. A lot of people speculating, ooh, Fallout 3 remastered, Fallout 3 this, and then they're like, nope, we're just going to tell you once again what we have at our show. Come check it out when it happens.
Yeah.
That seems to be a common theme with basically all the news today is revealing stuff that's going to be at E3 ahead of time, so people are more interested and inclined to check it on E3. It's a little frustrating for us who were already going to watch E3, but I understand that stuff gets shared on Facebook by people who are very casual.
Yeah.
And like when you announce a Pokemon game just randomly, it blows up. Whereas at E3, while it would
dominates.
blow up, it's also competing with all these other crazy reveals. So Fallout, what are we feeling about this one? This possibly multiplayer prequel, definitely a prequel, Fallout game.
My interest in Fallout is like astronomically low.
Yeah.
So I mean, if they do like a shooter game, then okay, it exists. If they do, I can't think of any genre like kind of jump over that they could do to make me go.
Let me
this.
tell you what this is. This
2D
is
platform.
Fortnite saved the world in the Fallout universe.
Oh,
Sure,
yeah.
man.
That's what this is, and I don't care. Yeah, the only Fallout thing that could get me is VR. You announced Fallout 3 VR for PSVR or Fallout 4 VR for PSVR, which I think is actually kind of likely. I'm in.
Cheers.
Other than that, yeah, I'm just not a big Fallout guy.
Yeah, I'm not either, really.
Whatever.
I was hoping they would do like another New Vegas. I guess if I was kind of like hedging my bets on what it was
I
going to
thought
be.
they wouldn't announce a Fallout.
Yeah.
But to my surprise, here
They're going
it
to
is.
show all the Fallout.
Yeah, that surprised me, and it made my thinking like Doom or something. Like every time they keep announcing, because Rage is coming, like these bigger titles, it makes me go, "Oh, is Doom not going to be there? Doom
Yeah.
2? Like, I don't know. We'll see." Next up, real quick one, DC Villains, the Lego edition is coming October 16th. So this was something that had been kind of rumored and talked about. It was another Walmart leak, and here it is. We got a trailer for it. Seems interesting. They're going all over the place with these Lego games. They've done the Lego Marvel Superheroes, and then they did the really bad Lego Avengers one, and then they did Lego Batman, and then they did Lego Batman 3, which was just Justice League. Like, it was not focused on Batman at all. It was just full Justice League. And now we're getting just the villains, where it seems like you get to play as the bad guy for this, and you're like recruited by Joker from the trailers, it seems. I like it. I really like their Lego Joker. He's a very fun take on the Joker. So it's cool that we're going to be seeing more of that. I play a Lego game. Lego's kind of my like get it near Christmas, screw around with it each year. I think there's a Lego Incredibles game coming out. I would probably rather play that because I feel like I played a lot of superhero. I mean, not superhero, but like DC superhero Lego stuff already, from the Batman one to the Disney Infinity ripoff thing. Whatever that one's called, I can't. Dimensions. The Lego Dimensions.
Lego
Like,
Dimensions.
I feel like I've been in that world a lot, and I haven't been in the Incredibles, so that sounds cool to me. So I'd rather do that. I know.
Oh, you weren't in Incredibles?
No, they cut me from the script. It was,
Thank
it was
God.
tragic. I know you guys don't have too much to say on that.
Correct.
So I guess I'll just keep talking. Here's Mega Man 11
Oh, Jesus.
revealed, coming October 2nd, which is a little bit earlier than its rumored release date. they revealed Fuse Man and like Block Man or something like that, which kind of sucked because I was really hoping to do a predictions with you guys on who the Robot Masters were, but it seems like they're starting to reveal them.
Suck Man, Terrible Man,
Die Man,
Boring Man.
I like Kellen Gimmick Man. The whole level's a gimmick. Looks really, really good. I'm super excited for this. This seems like an evolution. This seems like an evolution of Mega Man 9 and 10, like the retro 8-bit style. This exactly seems like what it should look like. The new mechanic is basically an overcharged Mega Buster and slowing down time, but they use the slowing down time mechanic in the game really well from what I've seen, where certain enemies have weak points, but they spin in like a 3D space type thing, so you'll need to slow down time to be able to hit that weak point, which I think is a really smart way to do it. And then the other thing is this game just has a lot more personality with its 2.5D, which is something that a lot of 2.5D games lose, which is interesting. So if you look at something like Bloodstained, not the one that just came out, but the older one, the one that's coming later, I mean, that game, compared to Symphony of the Night, it doesn't seem like it has the personality. You look at Mighty Number 9, it feels like it's kind of devoid of this emotion and this personality.
Or gameplay.
This is one of the first ones that I've seen that I feel like has a really strong personality. The characters feel like real characters in this 2.5D world. So super excited for that. I'm excited to know more. And I'm sure we will see more at probably Nintendo's conference. I think that they're partnering with Nintendo. They even have an amiibo for him and stuff. So
sounds like a scheduled bathroom break for this guy.
Next up, Pokemon Let's Go Eevee and Let's Go Pikachu coming November 19th. So this was just kind of dropped. I think they announced 5 Pokemon games all in a row. And I cared about like 2 of them, and they're called Pokemon Let's Go Pikachu and Pokemon Let's Go Eevee. So this is not a core Pokemon game. Yeah. This is kind of like intro to Pokemon if you played Pokemon Go. That's what this game very much feels like. There's a couple tidbits of information that have come out about it. It has Pokemon Go integration. You can transfer your Pokemon from Pokemon Go into this game, and then they appear in Pokemon Go Park, which is something in the game, and then you can recatch them and add them to your Pokedex as it seems, which is interesting as somebody who basically has every Pokemon in Pokemon Go. I could, in theory, just transfer them all, but you lose them from your Pokemon Go account when you transfer it, and you cannot bring it back. So that is kind of the trade-off that you'd be willing to pay, and I think that that is fair. While I wish it didn't do that, I understand that for sure. It is a co-op game, and it focuses heavily on co-op. The one Joy-Con thing, you use the Joy-Con to throw the ball. The catch mechanics are the same as Pokemon Go. There's no random encounters, which is probably my favorite thing about it, is you interact with the Pokemon you actually care about as opposed to running around aimlessly and waiting for that one to possibly show up. So you can actually go, hunt the Pokemon that you want. We don't know how getting stronger in the game is going to work. Is it a candy system? Is it the same system as Pokemon Go? All that's up in the air. There's definitely battling. We've seen battle menus where they have moves and stuff. So there is a battle system in the game, though you don't seem to battle the Pokemon. It's like trainer battles, basically. Kind of Pokemon like Stadium sort of feeling where you pick your Pokemon, you go in, and I imagine it's going to feel... This game, I feel like, is going to feel like a Pokemon Stadium combat-y game with Pokemon Go find the Pokemon mechanics, would be my guess. It's only the original gen Pokemon, though when you do the Pokemon Go integration, you are going to get a special Pokemon in Pokemon Go that has never been seen before. Mm-hmm. So I imagine it is, what are we on, Gen 8? Is that the next one? Sure. After Moon. I imagine it's going to be the first Gen 8 Pokemon, and they're going to debut it in Pokemon Go, which is huge. Obviously, Pokemon Go's numbers spiked after this announcement because, And then the final thing is the motion controls are required, and they have an awesome accessory that is a Pokeball that has the analog stick and some buttons, and you can use that to play. You can transfer it into your Pokemon into that and kind of walk around with them. We don't know what that does yet, but I imagine that there's some Pokemon that can only evolve by doing that, things like that. And it also works on Pokemon Go as a Pokemon Go Plus. And some murky translation has happened that, it only has a 3-hour battery life, but it seems like it takes 3 hours to charge is the actual translation from the thing. You get, just to add on to it, you have Pikachu like on your shoulder and Eevee on your head, or Pikachu on your head.
What
Eevee
I
on your
always
shoulder,
wanted.
whatever, and then you get one Pokemon that follows you as a buddy as well. And if it's certain ones, you can use them. Like you can ride on Lapras, fly on Charizard, etc., etc. How you guys feeling about Pokemon?
I hope
Let's
that
Go Eevee.
I hope that Pokeball has a wrist strap because that showed.
No, I want you to.
Would
throw it.
Nintendo make something without a wrist strap?
Maybe.
They send you controllers, and they're like, "Here's a wrist strap."
But it's a wire.
Well, there was a
controller.
guy on the trailer who like had the Pokeball in his hand, but I didn't see a strap on it.
No,
so
yeah, there's
I
a
was
strap.
just like, this
This is
means
how I
bad.
lose my TV.
Yeah.
It's cool. I like this got co-op in it. That's awesome. I'm sure the unlockable character is like a Dark Mewtwo, sort of like Pokken had. Like
that's
never
what you think it
never
is?
been seen before. So I think it
Dark
like,
Mewtwo's been seen though. It's a Pokemon that has never been seen before.
I don't know. I think it's going to be something kind of cheesy like that, and not like, hey, here's our like. I don't think it's going to be like one of the starters from the next game that's going to be on.
See
the
that?
Switch.
Yeah, that's what I think it is. I think it's a new starter. The and the main reason is, one, they said it's a Pokemon that's never been seen before, but two, it wasn't Pokemon Go that said that. It was Pokemon Company that said this is a Pokemon that's never been seen before. So that's what gives it that merit. If it was Pokemon Go saying it, you could be like, oh, it's Alolan Ninetales or something like that. But Pokemon Company actually said that. Me, as a person who doesn't like Pokemon games, I saw this trailer and I was like, this is dumb. Yeah. And then 3 minutes into the trailer, I was like, maybe. And then I started watching the YouTubers and things that I watch that play Pokemon Go get real excited about this and talk about how they can bring their Pokemon in and then play on Switch and like battle people with these Pokemon that they've caught in Pokemon Go. And they're just using it as a companion app to Pokemon Go. And I was like, okay, that sounds cool. So Let's Go Eevee. I guess that's where I'm going.
You're going Eevee?
Let's Go Eevee, yeah.
I just feel like this is like an appetizer for like the actual Pokemon game that they're going to put on the Switch.
I don't even think it's that. I think this is Pokemon Go 2.
Yeah,
And
just an expansion
like
to Go.
people were like, hey, you know how you complained a lot about how you can't just sit down and play Pokemon Go? You can sit down and play Pokemon Go, and the people that want to go catch the Pokemon in real life and then put them into the game, they can do that. You get both ways. You get both ways now. Congratulations, shut the F up. Like that's what it felt like to me. So yeah, I'm sold. The only thing that I'm like on is I don't like that you have to use the motion controls. But we'll see. We'll see how it feels. Anything else to add on to this one?
I'll maybe get it, but I'll get the Pikachu version if I do.
Really?
Yep.
Interesting. They also announced that the next core Pokemon entry is coming 2019.
Yeah.
I imagine this is just a really much prettier version of like Moon as far as gameplay and stuff goes. I don't think it's going to be like reinventing the wheel.
Yeah, I don't think.
And it's got a new 100 and something Pokemon is kind of how they do that.
Maybe
typically.
I don't know. I feel like if you put it on a console, you have a bit more resources, so maybe you can like interconnect the worlds of 1 and 2. The second.
Oh, I see what you mean.
Regions
Like
and stuff like
the
that.
actual like Kanto and other ones. That I
Johto.
don't know.
Yeah,
That's one.
I mean, plenty of games do that. Like, basically, once you beat the game, you can go back to a different island or different area. But I feel like you can, ideally,
It'd be easier to run all that.
with an actual like cartridge instead of the smaller ones that they use for Game Boy and DS and stuff like that. I feel like you get a little bit more resources and have the option to kind of go bigger and better.
So that's exciting. And then they also announced like Pokemon Burst or something like that, which doesn't matter. It's a free-to-play game, whatever. It's going to be on the phones. Next up, real fast, PlayStation Plus versus Games with Gold. PS Plus, we have Zombie Driver HD, Tom Clancy's Ghost Recon Future Soldier, Atomic Ninjas, Squares, XCOM 2, and Trials Fusion for PlayStation. And then for Games with Gold, we have Smite, which is the gold bundle for Smite, which is $100 worth of stuff. I know Todd was super excited about that. He thought it was crazy that they gave that away. Assassin's Creed Chronicles Russia, which is a little sad because they've done 3 Chronicles series, and I thought it was the collection. And I was like, oh, it's only one of them.
Just Russia.
Lego Indiana Jones 2, The Adventure Continues, and Sonic All-Stars Racing Transformed. We're getting a new Sonic All-Stars Racing too. That also leaked. Walmart leaked that one too. Very excited about that. people really shitting on the Xbox this month for their game releases. Like, even IGN posting videos about like how bad they are. I think this is one of the better months that they've had. I think it's a really good Lego game. It is an awesome Sonic game. The Assassin's Creed game is cool.
The Smite thing is just incredible value, but like, you know, you just have to
for
have,
the
like,
couple of people that
for the people,
play. Yeah, I just think that the other like a Sonic All-Star Racing Transformed is awesome. And then on the flip side, XCOM 2 is just not my cup of tea. I know it's like a very loved game, but it's just not for me. So I actually like the games with gold this month better.
I'll definitely pick up XCOM.
It's the month that
I'm
everybody
definitely.
else is.
I'll actually turn my PlayStation on for XCOM 2.
Trials Fusion is pretty fun too. So
yeah, it's definitely a good game for sure. So that is it as far as the news that we have. We can move into what we've been playing super fast, just kind of do an abridged version of it. I will go first. First off, been playing Pokemon Go. Got my first EX pass, which lets you go battle and attempt to catch a Mewtwo. We'll see what happens. If he runs away from it, I'm going to be very upset. But I've been playing since the passes come out almost every day, and I finally got one, so I'm very excited to go check that out. I've been playing Mario Tennis Ace, which is the Switch Mario Tennis. That game is way more fun than I thought. It's definitely not a shallow game. It's not a Mario Party 10. Yeah. There is a lot to it. I will say there's some annoying mechanics. One that really frustrates me is replays are skipped when either player hits skip. And it's annoying when you hit the ball out and you just want to like see how close you were or how they were able to do this move to hit the ball back at you, and then they skip the replay, and you're like, mother, I just want to see, like, they said it was out. Let me see that it's out, you know? So that was a little bit annoying. You can break rackets in the game, which is a little bit annoying. I think this is something that it's a timing thing where if they do a super move and you mistime the hit at all, your racket will break, and you get 2 rackets, and if both of them break, you're out. You just forfeit the game. I think this is something that will be fixed over time because people will be better at figuring out the timing. But right now, it's annoying because if you break one racket, suddenly you like cannot go for the ball if they're doing a super, because if your racket breaks or you screw it up, you just lose on the spot.
Yeah.
So like, my strategy that I've been doing is my first time I use a super, I directly aim it at them and try to get them to swing at it and break their racket, because then they have to just let me do it every other time. They can't go for it or they risk just losing on the spot. So that's a little annoying. And then you unlock characters through a point system. I don't know if that's how it's going to be in the main game, but I unlocked Rosalina. They all play differently. Like, while Luigi's a very defensive player, so he has some defensive abilities, Rosalina's a trick character, so her spin balls and stuff that she hits are much more extreme than other characters. Mario's the all-around. Bowser can hit the ball really, really hard, so it kind of stuns you when you take on like a direct hit from him. Enjoying the game way more than I thought I would. I think this is a game to get. I think it's really good. And then finally, Owlboy. I've been playing some Owlboy. This has been out on PC forever. It came out on PS4 February, I believe, and it came out physically for PS4 recently, so I picked it up. I really like this game, but not in the way that I thought I would. I was kind of expecting this like 2D side-scroller platforming game, and it is actually it's more kind of like Metroid-y. It is a story-based game. I care about the story the most in a 2D game, which is really, really, really strange. The writing is really good. It has awesome music and cutscenes. It's kind of built up as like a sort of like Zelda-y game or Shantae even, in that there's these themed dungeons that you go to and you complete the dungeon and you kind of get a power to get to the next one, sort of like Metroid or Zelda. And it's not a platforming game at all because you can fly everywhere. So it plays more like a bullet hell where you're kind of avoiding things while you're flying and then using the characters that you're carrying around to shoot things, and you're swapping between them because they have different attacks and stuff like that. So like I said, story-based game as a 2D platformy game is very interesting, but I am enjoying it, and I think I'm about 75% through the game, so liking it a lot. Not in love with it, but liking it a lot.
Figured we'd have to skim through this, so I just did a quick things I liked, things I didn't like, things that could be better for Detroit. Become Human, finish the game. Also, 2 people who are going to play it, so I don't want to spoil anything. Yep. Things I enjoyed, a majority of the entire cast, including like NPCs and all the people you kind of run into. Really dug everyone. They were awesome. The acting, the mocap, like everything for it is just really, really pristine and well done and looks fabulous. On top of that, visuals, soundtrack, all of it's really good. One of the best looking games, one of the best sounding games too, kind of out right now. And I really liked the weight of like the decisions.
That's what I was going to ask. I know in the comments, Zach pointed out that the decisions feel like they matter more than almost every game in the genre. I feel
like I had kind of in my head once I kind of knew which what each person was doing and kind of where I was assuming where the path would kind of lead. I developed my own kind of goal, what I wanted to reach, and was able to reach it, which was sweet.
Kill everybody.
Wipe out the world.
I feel like my game could have been drastically different if I just went down a different path. And
I'm very excited. I think this is going to be a game of the year contender for me.
How dark can I make this game?
Things I didn't enjoy, the imbalance, I guess I would call it, between like the importance of each of the three main characters. I flip-flopped on a lot of issues with what I was talking about last week, how I felt like I really, really liked one.
Two of them were
kind of interested in another, and whatever. I flip-flopped, but I won't say who ended up kind of winning my interest and all that. I'll just leave you guys to play it. But there's definitely an imbalance, I think. I think there's like a black sheep, I guess, in there where it doesn't feel like I feel like this person was able to contribute to the game, and it was just kind of like, hey, here's a third kind of aspect or something like that.
Here's the B story.
Yeah. So I feel like that happened. Control scheme, not my favorite. Just, I don't know. It's just, I feel like I am asking the game to do something when I'm turning around, going to here, trying to run here, and it's just not doing it. I know controls aren't the most important thing because it's more just like, let the story play out, make the decision. But it's there. And I think the quick time events are distracting.
About that belt.
I feel like the quick time events are distracting in this game in that if I'm in the middle of a fight scene and I want to like watch what's going on, the choreography or just like the crazy stuff that's happening, but like an X button pops up over here and then a circle over here and then another X here and then mash and then hold, and it's like it's making me look at corners of the screen and I'm missing everything that's happening. And that bugs me. I feel like I would be better suited to, like, if someone was running at me, like, I get a quick decision, like, punch them, shoot them, or, try and, like, be defensive and not hurt them or something like that, and then, like, choose that and just watch it play out.
Gotcha.
Then I could, like, watch and be like, oh, that was really cool, rather than, like, search for the quick time event. So, yeah, that's what I was kind of talking about with distracting. Things that could have been better, pacing. Obviously, when you're doing 3 separate stories that could potentially be interwoven, could potentially just not be, pacing is difficult, to say the least. And when you have multiple main characters, I guess.
Yeah, kind of hard. Dunkirky. Dunkirk jumps around, and it's like, what is this?
And, these people's stories are a lot different. Sometimes, you might be kind of horrified by something, and then, it's like jump straight into, like, an action scene, or it'll go from quiet, kind of investigative and adventurous type stuff, and then it'll jump straight into, like the mood was just kind of all over the place because you're bouncing between 3 different people.
Yep.
World building, I don't know if I was quite sold on 2038 Detroit. I feel like
that could be anything.
Like it. Yeah. I feel like the world was a little empty and like they just didn't take enough time because it's 8-10 hour game, something like that. They could have maybe expanded it a little more and made it feel more real. And this game had some really good humor in it, but it was kind of drowned out by this like super serious, sticking to the like real strict tone of like just drama and suspense and stuff like that. And like when the humor was there, it was sweet. It was like I actually like laughed out loud at a handful of things, but then it just like went away forever. So I feel like they could have like mixed the mood up a little bit more because whoever was writing the humor in there and kind of like the crazy stuff that could happen.
Maybe
like,
you should have picked to make your character a little bit funnier.
I definitely tried.
Your fault?
If you made decisions
if the option was there to be like joking or just like sarcastic, like I went for it. But yeah, there were some hilarious scenes, and I'm assuming you'll run into them. Like just like you'll follow the path that gets there. But yeah,
whichever one lets me murder.
But I feel like that was some people's complaints, is that it takes itself a little too seriously. And my take on that argument is just that they had really good humor and they could have mixed it in more to kind of lighten the mood, but things felt a little too serious sometimes. So
I'm excited to play it.
but yeah, fun game. I might also talk about it at the end of the year. We'll see.
Yeah, I've got it.
I
I
like
just
that
haven't fired
tease.
it up yet.
Kellen, how about you? Have you only been playing Siege? Have you been playing, dabbling in anything else?
PUBG got a giant update that I checked out.
Mhm.
They've made some changes to the throwables and that kind of stuff. Siege, next season of Siege is soon, so I've actually hadn't been on there much lately. The 2 new operators got revealed and they look sweet. Look
I
very
haven't
good.
seen them, but I'm thinking about hopping in. I played a little bit. I guess you weren't on the show. Maybe I talked to you about it off camera. I don't know, but I played a little bit of that game, and I actually
During the
really,
free weekend? Is that what it
yeah,
was? Okay.
Yep.
yeah, and I actually enjoyed what I played. And I have some friends that already have the game, and I'm like, if I can convince them to hop back in if I get it, I might do it.
Yeah, the new operators look good. I've seen a lot about them.
Haven't seen it yet, but that's what I'm doing immediately when this goes off here.
Oh, that's awesome. Borderlands 2 also had a free weekend, so our group of 4
Ooh,
idiots
yeah.
was playing that. That game's a lot of fun with 4 people.
Yes.
And then I had taken a couple of weeks away from it, but I put like 15 more hours into Final Fantasy 15.
Oh, really?
So I'm at about 20 something hours in that game.
How are you
I
liking that?
really like that game.
Wow, that's
I
impressive.
really like
Knew
that
it,
game
baby.
actually. That game's sweet.
The worst
Yep.
Final Fantasy, huh?
I mean, it's the most I've played of any of the Final Fantasy. I didn't fall
Impressive.
asleep like when I played 7, so
I still
Quit
keep
playing it while you're tired.
fair enough.
I still keep meaning to turn that on just to see the beauty.
Oh, that
just,
game
like,
is
hit me right
gorgeous
in
on PC.
Yeah,
It's
I'm
also
gonna hop
really
back
hard
into
to
it at some
run.
the
point.
face. Yeah.
Because I'm interested in all the changes that they made and stuff. But
That game's awesome. I like it a lot. The game is very hard to run on PC. Like I don't even get
It's
4K.
a stressor for sure.
Yeah,
that
that's about it though. I have Detroit. Like it came in, I just hadn't played it yet.
You have Detroit, you've God of War.
I got God of War from you. I
You're
hadn't turned
playing
on my
Borderlands 2.
hadn't turned on my PlayStation in a while.
All right, that is it for this episode of the Press X Podcast. Please leave your E3 predictions down below and play the prediction game with us and see how many you can get correct. Thank you for being here. Kellen.
Yeah.
Thank you for being here. Nick.
It's substantially hotter than what I said 2 hours ago.
Yes, well, all the ice is melted and our waters are gone. Thank you so much for watching. We will speak with you next time.